Greetings Commanders, and welcome to the 4th episode of our Captain's Logs, which chronicles the progress of the Starship Enterprises Corporation and details orders that Commanders can follow to help as our story unfolds. So there is now less than a 10% difference between the IVP and our own group, which means that this stage of the campaign to take Gelman Ring is nearly over. In light of this, I have made this video so that I can have a quick discussion regarding the black markets and how they fit into our plans. Black markets work much like the commodity markets at stations, allowing commanders to sell the items they have in their cargo holds. But where markets will buy legal products, black markets deal specifically in stolen or prohibited items. Suffice to say that selling items on the black market has a negative effect on that faction's influence. When we have pushed the IVP up the influence chart and their percentage matches our own, a civil war will automatically begin. However, the war will not start right away. It will enter what is known as a pending state first. This pending state will last a couple of days, then the war will start proper. During this pending state is when we want to use the black markets in Gelman Ring. As soon as the war is pending, our plan is to flood the black markets with Imperial slaves. This will have the effect of rapidly pushing the IVP down on the influence chart, making the civil war a lot easier to win. The window to do this is very small, but the effect is extremely large, so I'm asking commanders to keep a careful eye on 339's influence for when the time is right. There have also been a few changes since the patch hit that affect gameplay, so I should quickly cover these and go over some of the changes to our system. To begin with, the mission boards have changed, and there is now way more variety and there are also much more quests spawning, so doing bulletin board quests is now a lot more interesting. And with the in-system distances now factored into quest payouts, a lot of those annoyingly long trips around our local area have suddenly become much more profitable. There is now a search and rescue agent, which will buy a number of items that can be salvaged in space. It seems to be very good for the influence, and it has medium payouts. I would recommend grabbing a collector limpet if you want to get into this. You can craft your own limpets, but they are quite expensive to synthesize, so beginners should purchase limpets from the station before they leave. Thirsk Survey now sells a range of anti-Thargoid mods. Weapons, research limpets, scanners, you name it. Thirsk is your one-stop shop if you want to go out and bag yourself some alien. And finally, information has been added to our system, telling of the history of our group, so I'd like to thank QA Mitch for chasing it up and helping make that happen. The first part of the story can be found on the galaxy map, on the information for our system, and it tells of the early life of our group. Subsequent chapters of the story can be found on 6 tourism beacons that are spread throughout our system. The placement of the beacons is a little bit random, so for people watching here, the correct sequence in chronological order goes thus: the intro, which is on the galaxy map, the big split, Whitson's about face, Blue Planet, a vote for Lewis Chapman, Wildlife Parks. Wildlife Park campaign concludes. I'm not going to tell you the exact locations or the information that's held on the beacons, so as to tempt you to come and visit yourself, but they're very scenically placed by the devs, so I'll leave you with a few shots of our new tourism beacons.